death metal. Let's play with toys. Yeah. Now for one of my favorite toy lines, vintage Mego comic action heroes and some pocket action heroes in there to boot. Yeah, these came out when I was really young, probably like 3 or 4. I think they discontinued them in like 1982. So I was really youngin'. I didn't have that many. I had the Batmobile, the Batman and Robin, I had the Joker and Penguin. And yeah, I lost all of them. Except for Joker and Penguin. And one surviving Robin. No Batman. That was a heartbreaker when I lost him. I remember, oh, and Spider-Man there. Yeah, the Batman figure was one of my all-time favorite figures. I liked that figure even more than the Kenner Superpowers action figure version of Batman. That was my go-to Batman. And took him to the beach, buried him in the sand. Then my parents are like, "Oh, come over here, look at all these seashells." I don't care, I'm playing. Come over here, look at the seashells. I did, and I go back to the spot where I buried Batman, dig him back up. And guess what? I couldn't find the spot. And then my parents are like, "Oh, we gotta go now. So you can help me look for Batman." They didn't bother. They said, "Oh, you got tons of those at home." No, I don't. That was the biggest heartbreaker, and every time I mention it to my parents, I just makes them feel guilty and bad. Because that's when I tried to sculpt a new one out of clay. And I never accomplished that. I had big plans too. I was going to sculpt one out of clay. I was going to start molding the figures. I was going to make some of the figures that were never made in the collection too. I was going to make Flash. I was going to make Green Lantern. I was going to make all those figures. Not only that, I also lost this exact figure. Although I never found that Batman on the beach. God knows, 15 years later, I went back to that beach to try and dig him up. And guess what? Could not find the spot. Whatever. But this figure fell in a crack inside my closet. And when we were moving from that house, we were cleaning out the closet. And I stuck my hand in the crack in that closet. And guess what? Found this figure. Mint! He had to have been there about 16, 17 years. I got him. It's weird. Disappeared when I was like 3 or 4. Never forgot this figure. Got him when I was about almost 20. Alright, going back to that story, me trying to sculpt the figures, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. We got Superman. We got Robin. Basically, it looks like they took the same molds and they just added like the little accentuates or whatever to make the figures unique. Like adding a little booty on there. Superman's, shoes. Stuff like that. Same chest plate on all the figures. Same arms. They just added gloves and stuff. So, I was going to make all the figures that weren't in the original collection. As far as I got, I made a reproduction of Robin's chest. It came out like shit. I still have the head. The head was made out of wood putty. And all that gunk on them, that's clay. Now, it's like, 25 years after the fact, I should probably hit up the arts and crafts store. I'm pretty sure they have better mold making stuff. I already watched some YouTube videos on mold making. I bet I could actually knock that project out of the park now that I'm an adult who wants to make toys. I bet if I did, and I actually did make the Flash out of these comic books, I could probably sell them, produce them, make some cash. Who knows? But, let's skip ahead. Yeah. Flea market came to town. I got this figure. I finally got my Batman back. Looks pretty damn mint to me. And I got a Robin that's not all beat up either. Look, I only paid $10. Booyah! Yeah, I didn't even have cash on me, but I was at the mall. I called up my parents, like, you guess what I just found at the flea market? Because the flea market was in the mall parking lot. They rushed up there. They gave me my cash. My parents did me a solid. We got Batman and Robin back. Boom. Then, all right, this is the late 90s now. Now there's toy conventions around. I picked up Superman. I didn't have Superman. I only saw some other kid who had Superman. Then, I got another Batman. Look how much I spent, $60. Actually, when I bought this copter, it was complete. It had the propeller on it and everything. I broke it. Paid $60 for that and I broke it. I was actually with a chick too and walking around a vintage toy shop. Needless to say, I didn't get lucky. She couldn't see the beauty of all these toys. But then, now we're in the early 2000s. There's eBay. Oh, look at that. I swooped in the last, 30 seconds of the auction. I picked this guy up. I got him cheap, probably only like $10. Another one, only about $10. This, I bought it now, probably $35, but it was, 2 weeks before Christmas. I had to buy myself a gift. We even got Hulk. Oh, yeah. Not in perfect condition. He's kind of like wobbly. But boom! Now we got almost Hulk. I even went crazy. You already saw this figure before. Had to pick up. Once you have one, you gotta have more. I got another Batman figure. Once I lose a figure, forget it. Anytime I see more figures, I gotta pick up more. This one's all beat to shit. I might use this one as the base to sculpt all those new figures if I ever get around to that project. But, little kid Mike lost his little figure on the beach. Look at the collection now. Pretty sizable. Pretty awesome. And I might pick up some more figures too. I might want the Comic Action Spider-Man and Comic Action Robin. I do want Aquaman and Lex Luthor and Jor-El. I'm only missing probably like 5 or 6 figures. I don't need all the variants, but it would just be nice to pick up more. It's on the wish list. Batman versus Superman.